All right, this is going to be part 5 of our series on Introduction to Flash and making our gel electrophoresis project. In this video, which should be short and sweet, we hope, we're going to talk about adding text. This is going to be titling, etc. All right, remember, before you start, you should make a copy of your project, save it as gel electro copy number whatever. That way you can go back if you need to. All right, our plan is to add intro text as what's referred to as a splash screen. The text should include our title, Gel Electrophoresis. Notice in Word there is no underline, so maybe that's actually spelled correctly. And then you want to add who made it, so you'll put in your name. All right, the process we're going to go through. We're going to lock all of the layers. We're going to click in layer number 3, or excuse me, mix number 3. It will be locked, but we can still work from here. We want to add a new layer above mix 3. Notice that when you add a layer, it will automatically go above that. We will double click on the layer number, and we will rename it as text, and then we'll save our work. All right, we're going to put the text in frame number 1 of the text layer. We're going to put in the title of Gel Electrophoresis, and you'll type your name as the creator of the project. And then in frame number 5, we're going to put a keyframe. And in the keyframe, we're going to delete all of the text. Why is that? Well, notice that frame 5 will be effectively the topmost layer, or excuse me, the text layer will be the topmost layer. And if we leave all the text in, then it will be on top of everything else and we'll see it forever, which we don't want to do. All right, so once you have put the text in, gone out to frame 5, put in the keyframe, and then deleted the text, you want to save your work, and that's going to be it. So this is a really short piece, and then we're going to make a button in our next installment that will control the action. So let's switch over to Flash. All right, here we are, and we now have all of our stuff, and so we want to save as, and since I'm up to 3, we'll make this copy number 4. So I've got lots of copies. All right, so I have clicked in mix 3. Notice it says I can't write in it because it's locked, but if I come down and click on insert layer, then layer 11 comes up. It's unlocked and ready to be used, but we want to double click and then type in text so that we know what this layer is all about. Notice that there is only one keyframe in this entire layer, and it is right now an empty keyframe. But what we're going to do is we're going to get our text tool, and we're going to come over here and click. Now, this says that it's static text, which means it's text that doesn't move, change, or do anything. You can change your font type if you wish to. I'm just going to leave it as it is. This says what size, and we'll look at that after we've put it in. This is our color, and it says that it's going to be bold, which for the moment is fine. It says it's centered. That's okay. Who cares? All right, so I want to type in gel, gel electrophoresis. All right, now I'm going to get my selection tool, and I'm going to drag this over so that it appears, he says, to be about centered. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's about centered. Now, that looks a little small, so I can double click on it, which will select it as text. I can highlight this, and then I can make the text larger. There we go. When I highlighted it, notice that I have my text tool, but my gel electrophoresis name is selected. If I click once, it unselects that, but nothing else is new or ready to be typed. So I click a second time and I get a new text field. So I type in my name. Now, we really don't want to have the name quite that large, so we'll bring this down to, say, about 30. Yeah, that's good. Now, what we can do is highlight these two. Whoa, we should be able to highlight those two. There we go. And I can modify a line, and now we're going to have to say, is this vertical or horizontal? And I usually can't remember, so I choose one, and I chose correctly. So those are now lined up. Let's see what would happen if I did it the other way. If I do align vertical centers, it's probably going to dump them right on top of each other. Yeah. So I can Command Z and take it back, and we're all set. So now we want to save what we've done. And it said we wanted to come out to frame number 5 and insert into the timeline a keyframe. So now I've got a new keyframe in frame 5, and as you can see, if I don't do anything, the name gel electrophoresis is going to stay there forever. And notice that I have not, this is not my completed project, but that's okay. You can worry about that. So clicking in frame number 5 selects both of the text pieces, and if I click on delete, they go away, but I have an empty keyframe, and just before that everything shows up. Alright, so I'm going to now again save my project, and that's it for this particular project.